Welcome back, everyone. I wanted to do a quick little haul. I went to Ecchi Expo this year. Didn't think I was going to, but I did end up going only Saturday though, so I was really just there for the one day, primarily because I wanted to do the otaku market that they usually do at the end of the con. That's usually where attendees can bring things that they own, whether that be anime merchandise. Sometimes it's just random stuff that people want to bring to unload. They give you a panel room for everyone to kind of just set up their own little spot and just be able to trade and sell things that you have. So I really wanted to use this opportunity to unload a lot of manga. I still have some figures that I'm trying to sell off, and I have like a bunch of mini figures and blind box figures and things like that that I just wanted to unload. So that's primarily why I went. I'm glad I did. I actually did unload a lot of stuff, which I'm really happy about. So I would say it was successful. I was able to unload my extra Frankie. But as you can see, I did still buy some things. Their dealer's hall did have some artists that I was interested in purchasing from. So I'm just going to go over everything that I got. First, I'll start with these little gachapon. There was a seller who has the big cages where they sell a lot of anime figures, blind boxes, all kinds of stuff. But outside of it, they had gachapon machines. It was, I think it was $3 a token, and then if you bought 7 tokens, it was $20. So I did the 7. Each one of these was 3 tokens. 2 tokens, I mean. So each one was like $6, which is kind of pricey, but that's how much they more or less were in Dallas, so I went ahead and did it, especially because it's Apothecary Diaries, which I love. These were the ones you could get, and I got 2 Mau Maus, which I'm happy about. I was really hoping to get at least 1 Jinshi. Xiaoma I wouldn't have been unhappy with. I do like her too. I'm terrible blanking on her name, but this is the other servant girl who turns out to be someone important later. I won't spoil it. But I got this Mau Mau, so cute. I think I'm going to give one to my sister because she loves Apothecary Diaries as well. I feel like she'll pick this one, so I might give her this one. But so cute. So happy to have gotten Mau Mau. Since it was 7 tokens, and 2 of those I had 1 token left over. And I tried out this little mochi gacha, which I'm actually happy about. So these are the kind of squishies that have like the flower clay stuff inside. It was very cool. I haven't had one of these in so long, but they're just little popsicles, and I got the green one. Those are all the colors you can get. Got the melon one. So really neat. Happy to have gotten that. It's good for ASMR, I think. Some girl at the market was giving away bath bombs, and I got a woman's chest. I do like to have them whenever I go out of town and we happen to be in a hotel or an Airbnb, or I can use someone else's bathtub to use that. But anyway, here's the badge for this year. I do wish they would change the artwork. That they had artwork on the monitors that they use to give you the presentation at the beginning of the con. If you've never attended an Ecchi Expo before, they do a presentation before you can step into the convention center or the hotel, whatever it is. Basically explaining, cosplay is not consent. You shouldn't be touching people. If someone makes you uncomfortable, definitely let staff know and they will address it. And during this presentation, it's usually on a monitor. It's like a video, the guy's talking to you. But the art they use in that video, I think, is a lot nicer. This one's pretty outdated. I feel like they've used it every year. But I do appreciate that now they've started putting schedule items on the back of the badge. I've noticed this becoming a trend with conventions, and I really do appreciate it. I think that's such a smart thing to do. Very useful. But yeah, memento for the future. Now let's get into all the other stuff I purchased. I'll start with this little bag. The bag itself came from one artist. I just stuffed everything here. And I'm hoping I grouped all the business cards together. If not, I'll put the artist name on the cover or on the on the screen. This I actually did not purchase. I traded with someone in the market. A gentleman had a lot of anime, and I had brought a couple as well. He was interested in the girl from the other side, so I looked through what he had and I found this. I remember reading the manga to the series. I never finished it. It was really one of those casual reads. But the fact that it was 52 episodes, a complete series basically, I figured it was worth it. And I've been wanting to kind of revisit the series because I don't think I ever saw the anime. But if you've never heard of this, this is a very classic harem anime about this boy whose parents more or less, they sell him off to a rich family, I believe, more or less make him work for them so that he can pay off their debt. Yeah, it says so on the back. Oh, it's Yakuza. I didn't know that part. So he works in this mansion for, I think this is the heiress. Shenanigans ensue. It's supposed to be a comedy romance. Obviously a lot of girls probably get into him. But this is what I was talking about when I first started reading Welcome to Demon School Iruma. And the vibe of that show reminded me of this one. So I'm happy to at least own season 1. Kind of revisit that. So that was a nice little trade. I want to say Journey Bunny is this artist. I also bought a pin from them that was for a friend of mine. I got this for my sister. This is Astarion from Baldur's Gate. She loves him so much. And I thought this keychain was kind of cute. She does in fact like cats. I like that it's double-sided. In addition to that though, I also bought a print from her. I have not seen or read much of this series. Well, I say seen, but the anime hasn't come out yet. This is Omnipresent Viewpoint. I'll put the name on the screen. I forgot the name of this series, but it's a webcomic, very popular, especially to BL fans. It's not a BL, but the relationship between the main characters, I think, is very appealing to the BL fans. I see a lot of fan art of the two and pairings and stuff from this series. I did try to start reading it once, and I think I only got 3 chapters in, but I am interested in watching the anime, and I could not resist this print. I didn't recognize it at first, but I knew it was characters that seemed familiar, and when I asked, when they told me it was from that series, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But yeah, I just really liked their art style. So this is going to go in my portfolio since I don't know the series all too well, and then once I watch the series, if I'm really into it, then I can put it on my wall. But so happy to have gotten this print. So that's that. I revisited an artist that's been there every year that I've gone. I think it's this one. Necromori. And yeah. I've bought stickers from her before, and this year she had an Alice Returns sticker sheet. I got her last one, thank goodness. But isn't that cool? It's vinyl. Really cool. She just has a really cool art style, very grungy, dark. And there were some prints that I was interested in, but I don't care about Hazbin Hotel or Hell of a Boss like that. She had an Alistair print that I was kind of tempted by, but I held off because I don't care about Alistair like that. So we'll see how his character develops in the later seasons. There was a booth there selling a bunch of merch from China and Korea, keychains, little blind boxes, and buttons and stuff. And I got this Link Click pen. I have also not started watching Link Click. I mainly got this because I have bought a Sailor Moon one before, and I actually really liked the pen. So they were cheap enough that I was willing to just spend. Oh, neat. The art's a lot smaller than I thought it would be. But this is, yeah, 4.5. Excellent. Yeah, these are really good pens. I wish maybe this wasn't a blind box. Maybe it was just the character. Because there were 2 different kinds. And then they had some Sanrio ones, collab ones, where the characters had Sanrio ears and were themed after the characters. But I didn't really want that. But this is fine. Cute. Let's see. Oh, this one. I also have bought from this artist before, and I think this time around, I had always assumed the artist had been there when I purchased things. It was always this guy, but this time around there was a woman there, and she spoke to us as if she was the artist, so now I'm confused. Regardless, she did say she's trying to get her pieces into Hot Topic, which is really cool. That would be kind of cool to get a lot of her shirts and stuff from Hot Topic. More convenient. But this is the brand, Cyanide Candy. Really cool style. I think I have a print from them. If not, I just have the shirt and some stickers. But this year, they had these Sanrio themed shoe stickers, and I just thought that was so cool. Love the design of these shoes. I especially love these boots, Cinnamoroll themed. And then I've been wanting to kind of buy this shirt. They have a shirt with this print on it, but I don't like the border around these tendrils, so I never went ahead and bought it. But they had the sticker this year, so I got that. Really cool. And I got their last one, so really happy about that. Okay. And then another artist, I really want to say this is their card. If it's not, I do apologize. I will find out. But they had some cool stuff, very sexy. The main thing I was interested in was their Courage the Cowardly Dog stickers. I've noticed there was a lot of Courage stuff this time around. I don't know if he's just getting popular, if everyone's discovering this series, but that makes me happy because I loved this show as a kid and I still do. I bought it on DVD and everything. And they had this set of stickers, Can I Pet That Dog? And The Things I Do for Love. I love that one. Might put that on my car. And then because they had a deal, if you buy 3, I went ahead and got this Can I Pet That Dog? But it's a moth. Cute. And then they also had, this was really interesting, this fidget toy of a coffin in this cute purple color. I kind of wanted to paint it, add some embellishments, and fix a little bit of the ghost because it's a little off. But yeah, really cute. I'd never seen that before, so very happy to have that. And then finally, I really didn't buy much this year, which makes sense. I only went one day. This last one, I don't know if I can show y'all because their business cards are quite explicit. I'll show this much. This is Poppy Droplet. And all of their business cards were different. They were like this. Like they were Magic the Gathering cards. Y'all can check them out if you'd like. Just be careful. I don't know if, you know, they have their explicit art right on display as soon as you visit their website. I did not check. They had a really cool deal though. If you followed them on social media, you got to roll a dice, and then depending on what you rolled, you would get a discount or maybe like a free item. My friend rolled and she got 50% off, so I got this stuff pretty cheap. And she did say that she just started vending, so kind of wanted to support a new artist. I do not play Love and Deep Space, but I know enough about it just from watching like other artists on YouTube and things like that who are obsessed with it. This keychain was cheap enough that I went ahead and got it because I thought it was cute. I don't know the character, but I like the little mascot. I think all the characters have their own mascot. It's a shaker keychain. Doesn't shake too much, but it's cute and it's a really nice size. This was only like $5, I think. The keychains were 10. They were already on sale, and then with the 50% off, it was like 5. So really cool. And then this is the one that might get me demonetized from YouTube. I think majority of their art was quite explicit. I'm not against explicit art. I just don't want to own it most of the time. I'm fine with like pinups and kind of tasteful nudity and things like that, but really explicit stuff I'm just not into. But they had this print. I really wanted something from them because I really did like their art style and their coloring. It's really beautiful. But it was all Love and Deep Space and then some OCs. And like I said, it was quite explicit, but they had a safe for work version of this. The non-safe for work version had her topless, like you could see her breast, which isn't too bad, honestly. But I went ahead and got the safe for work version. It's still kind of a little, a little risque, but you know, I mean, I love the art style. I love how they draw hair and the way they color. I just had to get something, and this was the closest I could get, I think, to be within my boundaries. There's their handle again. But yeah, overall, I'm actually really happy with everything that I got. There were some great artists there. It was just, you know, subject matter wise, not my cup of tea. There were a lot of VTuber artists too. I don't know any VTubers except Iron Mouse, I guess. So a lot of it didn't appeal to me, but overall, I'm still really happy with everything I got. There's everything laid out. I also forgot about this, but my friend told me to get this from Journey Bunny. They had a lot of Critical Role pins, and they looked really nice, honestly, so I was very impressed. That artist in particular, I just went back multiple times for. They had a lot of good stuff. And before I forget, I do want to shout out two different artists. One is Violomisu. They had a lot of cute things. I ended up not buying anything from them, but they had these beanies that I'm eyeing, and I'm hoping they're on their website, so just check them out. They had really cool stuff. And then I also want to shout out this baker. They made macarons, and they had themed macarons. They are not appropriate for YouTube, so I will not show the cupcake that I bought. But here is their handle, MILF Cookies, or MILF and Cookies, which I thought was really funny. Overall, it was only one day, but I still had fun at Ecchi Expo. They had a lot of the big voice actresses this time around, and I attended their kind of just chatty panel, and they were really funny. They had really good chemistry. So overall, really fun time. I think one day was enough. In the past, I haven't really been impressed by a lot of the panels, and the only thing my friends and I would really stay for was the burlesque shows and whatnot, but it seemed like you had to pay extra this time around for those, so one day was enough. We'll see if it's still around next year. I'm definitely going to want to go for the swap meet, and I'm hoping they continue to get good vendors. But that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in my next video.